with that air conditioning, and some of you are staying cool out on Lake Austin this evening. Still, honestly, a lot of people out there and not many people on the Pennybecker Bridge going to and fro, so that is good news. Nice. You can even see it. We are seeing you can see kind of the waviness of the heat there, but you can also see our tower cam shaking around just a little bit. We do have some breezes out there. As for today, we got to 95 degrees over at the airport, 96 for Camp Mabry. Our record for today, 106 degrees set back in 1936, so it could always be a little bit worse. And some of us, of course, not all of us, most of us are dry as we head into this evening, but a few of us out towards Fredericksburg along US 16 there are getting a little bit of rainfall, and you can even see areas down towards Blanco, heading up towards the Round Mountain region. You may get a little bit of a sprinkle as we head into the night tonight. However, most of us again are going to be dry, and we're going to be pretty breezy across the region. Now heading into our Saturday night, you'll see very breezy conditions, 18 miles per hour in Georgetown, 22 for Austin, 26 for San Marcos, and almost up to 30 miles per hour up there towards Burnett County. Our temperatures at the moment very hot, even as we head into the 6:30 time frame. 94 for Georgetown. We've got the 80s on the map out towards the hill country. That's probably being helped out, especially in Fredericksburg, by that passing isolated storm that we just saw. And of course, our feels like temperatures are still feeling very hot, but the good news is most of us feel under 100 degrees right now for our KVUE viewing area. San Marcos still feeling like 99 degrees as of 6:18 tonight. All right, let's flip over to the larger map because a lot of the United States is going to be feeling the first heat wave of the summer. And I know summer just started technically yesterday, but Chicago tonight at 93 degrees right now. Minneapolis even a couple of degrees warmer than that at 96. Washington, D.C. over on the East Coast and New York in the 80s right now. We've got heat alerts all along the Mississippi River, as well as, of course, up towards Minneapolis and Minnesota there. And then those heat alerts will move over towards the East Coast as we head closer and closer to Sunday and even into Monday. They are expecting to be dealing with some high heat out towards those areas. So as we shift back to the Austin forecast, Sunday is expected to be a very similar day to today, about a 10 to 20% chance of rain. You can see that on our map behind me. Really, most of us shouldn't see rain tomorrow, but possibly out towards the east of Rockdale, out towards kind of that College Station region, we could be seeing some rain on the map. Now, our rain coverage is not expected to be very high for the next several days. It won't be until Tuesday into Wednesday of next week that it's possible we could see maybe some scattered activity, but likely most of that activity as we head towards next week is going to be pretty isolated in nature. You can see in the next 7 days, I honestly haven't had to do much work here forecasting because we've got a pretty much copy and paste forecast for the next 7 days. About 95 degrees, 10 to 20% chance of rain, humid, a bit breezy. That's what you can expect really for the end of June here.
All right, Daniel, thank you. Well, we are officially in summer now, even though it has felt like it for weeks. Let's join Grace Thornton now. Grace, my AC has been going into overdrive, I feel like, really the last few weeks, and it looks like no end in sight for that. Yeah,
so we are well into summer here as we head into the end of June, the early parts of July. Things are definitely starting to heat up, and we're seeing a pretty interesting pattern take place across the region, which is going to be in place for the next 7 to maybe even 10 days. Very isolated chances for rain, windy conditions. We definitely had some breezy conditions earlier on this afternoon, and now we're looking at some lesser totals for those miles per hour. 20 miles per hour for those gusts in Austin, 18 up there in Burnett, Llano at 17, but we did see gusts around 29, even 30 miles per hour this afternoon. Our temperatures are also starting to draw down as we head into tonight. We've got the 70s on the map out towards the hill country there, 85 still in Austin. I will say it feels pretty good outside, at least at the current moment. 82 for Giddings as well as LaGrange. We got 83 on the map for Luling. Now tomorrow, be expecting very similar conditions out there. We've got a high of 95, give or take a couple of degrees, especially for our hill country areas. About a 10% chance that we'll see an isolated stray storm or even some precipitation. Now, as you can see, over the next 7 days, I've got a little preview of our 7-day forecast for you guys. We're looking at a 10 to 20% chance of rain, about 95 degrees for those high temperatures. Of course, our heat index is expected to be around 100 degrees as well. But yeah, you can see copy and paste for the next week of June here. It certainly feels like summer.
Yep, got summer on the calendar, feeling like it's still too. Grace, thank you. Leaders